live, Richard. All right. Hey there, everybody. How we doing tonight? Welcome to the Word of Mouth. Pleasure to have you here. JP, Ben, how you guys doing tonight? Got some good stuff for us tonight. We're looking through '08 and '09 courses. Tonight I checked through the wine cabinet and I couldn't find anything interesting for me tonight. So we're gonna go with Simply Peach and vodka tonight. We'll try it. We're gonna try some Simply Peach. All right, wonderful. Let me get this shaken up. I'm not going to do it near all my equipment again. That started a problem one time. We'll go back here and do it. No, there was no Infinito. I had a couple nice ones. I had a nice red Zinfandel that I thought about cracking tonight. It just didn't feel appropriate. But cheers, everybody. Yeah, we're tuning it in. We're getting a new mic too. We're trying a couple different mics as we speak right now. So you might see a little change during the whole time while we're working on this, though. Right now, though, this is hole 18 of events. I'm already at one better on all of them. I'm out of one better right now. We'll try to take a shot at getting this one, maybe making it. I'll get a little more points than I have up. But let's go through this, though, now while we're here. There's a couple options to play this shot, and all of them are going to have you hitting the face of the hill above the wood and having it kick on the green. Now, I'm playing stouts, so this will change it up a little bit. I think if I was playing a different ball besides stouts, I would just be thumbing a shot, and you can go through the gap of the two fatter gaps on the trees there to the right, so pretty much straight in front of me here, or you could come around the left-hand side and have it do it. Now, with what I'm going to hit here, I'm going to go around the left-hand side with a loop 10.5 and try to hit the face, all right? So, if we go back there and we look at this, we're going to cut this with backspin, try to skip the hill, and kick it up. Now, the problem with the 10.5 doing this is if I hit it too hard, I'll miss the hill and go high. And if the 9.5, I hit it too soft, I'll go low. With this big of an outwind, too, I can even hit the hill too hard with the 9.5 and have it kick and never catch the green. So that's why I've chosen the 10.5 for this shot. And I'm trying to make it. Ah! No, not with stouts. Sorry, dude. No, that doesn't work with stouts. I have to thumb the 9.5. Hey, I'm always up. I'll always come down to Tennessee. Now, Jill was actually going to be coming down to. She was actually had scheduled for the Charlotte race. Her and her dad were going to take the RV down and then go to the All-Star race and then the actual race. I think, what is it, the Coke 500 or the Pepsi 500? I don't know what it is. But they've kicked off the people being out of it. So it's a little off on that. That's okay, though. But what we're going to do, though, now, we're going to just go through '08 and '09 invites. I want to try to go in order, so let's figure out what the first course is. I just uninstalled. I had to reinstall my Office Pro, Office Pro. I got it still. Good. All right. So 2008, we're going to start with Eagles Crest. It's a boring-ass course, guys. We called this like an amateur course, and it kind of set up like this for many years, where the first course was always super easy in an amateur course. So there's not going to be a lot to talk about here, not going to be much that changes. Maybe a couple extra shots you may not have thought about. We'll wait on the LBR one. I think I have another one. I don't want to get raped tonight on my account. We got Chuckwagon with the top score. That's incredible. I love it. Chuckwagon was like a second father to me growing up. if we story time with Chuckwagon, whew, love this guy. But man, I first met him. There was something at ESPN Zone in Chicago where I didn't know any of the Golden Tee players yet, and he was one of the first people I met. We ended up going and hanging out at Printers Row with him. I wanted to think of the name of the bar. He used to live above it over on Printers Row in Chicago. It was called Manhattan's. And we used to end up there all the time. And then it turned into me going to DePaul, commuting from the suburbs of Chicago, like skipping class and sitting and playing tea with them all day at Billy Goat at 6 a.m. And then going to Stocks and Blondes and playing in the afternoon. We had a blast. I love that man, dude. Great guy. We'll play stouts on this. There's no distance concerns, really. You could maybe get one extra hole sometimes, but it's a crapshoot shot anyway. And I'm just going to try to play clean. Not going to play clean if I baby everything. Gosh. Hey, Ethan, how you doing tonight? Good man. That's a good man. All right, this looks pretty good, like hole-out material. I pushed it too far. So basic. Put it out in the fairway, get it on the green. Basic so far. Is that 2 going to push it enough? Because this is really, we're going to move it just a click left, flip it with release, and if I get thumb straight, that's it. And I can't thumb straight. I was a little bit off, but it was pretty close. Adam Bundy, how you doing today, buddy? I always say Bundy, but it's Bundy. I know, I'm an ass. Alright, now you may think it's crazy to hit it into the trees, but when you do, you line yourself up real nice here. Yeah, we're tuning them out. We'll get them tuned out. Matt Hines, thank you. I appreciate it. I do try to be big and sexy. I got a new Friday shirt for you guys. I don't know if it's how close we can read it. Okay, this one can be drivable quite a bit. It's not going to be really here. You need to have a full C3 coming in. It'll bounce up and ramp a bit. Right now with the rain and with it being on the back, I can't hit a full C3 in here to get the ramp off of this. So really I'm playing it back so I have a nice thumb shot in. But the rain is going to be a big problem when you're trying to get those big bounces off a crap. When you're hitting into rain, right, remember that distance marker on the left is taking into account way too much. So you almost don't want to look at that. You got to stop judging that at all. Yeah, it's feeling good. I think it's because I got some Popeye's chicken grease on it right now, so it's a little bit oily. Okay, this can be an extra hole sometimes. We're teed up too far back, but when you get one of the front edges of the next 2 boxes up, you can hit a low tee driver or even a stock tee 8.5 with a cut on it and play to try to hit one branch. A lot of the time, it's really hard to get it just to hit one. So it can be a crapshoot, and then if you don't get it through, you got to try to hit like a 5-iron or a driver chip from in there. But anyway, we're looking at it. It's not there on this setup. We're working on mics as we speak. Richard's been trying to tune it. We've spent a lot of time yesterday. We changed cameras, and the camera has a different mic, and we can't get anything tuned in right. So we're working on it. I think we're just going to buy a new mic. All right. When you look at this, a lot of the times you could hit like a full C straight to 2 driver in. A lot of the times I'm playing the 8.5 to hit the bunker first, or even just short and bounce over. It's a rare one. This is actually not a very good look because I don't think this is going to turn enough, and and that's too much turn. So I'm going to go from here and play a full and throw it out right a little bit with some backspin and try to get it to either. I don't mind the sand here, but I'd rather have it bounce through it. Oh, I released it. I meant backspin there. Whoops. And I missed that. That sucks. If with backspin that ball was really good. I was wondering why that bounced like that. Jeez. Another one can be here occasionally. It's obviously not today, but you're going to be flushing yourself up to the left from one of the front box and hitting a C3 around, and it can get there no problem. I don't like this setup. I could maybe knock it up a little closer and try to chip it in. I'll take my thumb shot from the fairway with stouts. Oh, come on. Yeah, he's tuning it, guys. He's tuning it. So you might, if you say something, give it about 10 or 15 seconds because he's still playing with it. There's a delay on what we hear and what you hear. All right. Barely breathing. There's one. Yeah, we got one back. I missed the one shot I shouldn't have missed. So I'd say right now this is a clean on this setup so far. But you're going to see, I'm not going to describe most of these ones where you're just knocking up the fairway and have to hit a second shot from there. Might have gotten that too. Did I get it out enough? No. Alright, here's another good one here. This is a chance at one. I don't like it though, because I can't. Well, let's move it back. I'm going to thumb up high T with release. My thumbs are feeling kind of buttery tonight, guys. You want to get this up. You can be on the street even too. If you're on the street though, you got to be careful because it can leave you right against the curb and give you a problem coming up and hitting the curb. So obviously, try to make sure to bounce it over the. I mean, you want to bounce off the street. You can't stay in the street. You can hit the curb driving by. So sometimes you can leave it back and bounce it up over it if you can. But you're always just looking to get it across. Anywhere across is fine. But I don't think most of these holes need that much explanation. They're really self-explanatory on this course. All right, let's look at the front of this green. Now, back in the day, we played with a low iron coming in on this a lot, so you would have to cut it to hit the face of the hill to kick it up and stay dry. Now we got all the high woods, so when it's the short setup, you're hitting a 7-wood, 9-wood, 8-wood right over it, or 6-wood sometimes. This one's a little bit trickier with it being a back a bit, so I'm going to drop down to the 4-wood. I'm going to hit it pretty solid. We're not going to be worried about it backing off the green because I'm fighting it up 7. I mean, a down 7. I thought about the 3-wood at first, but with the 3-wood, it would have been almost impossible to make that shot because the ball's moving too hard forward for it to ever back up that much on an up 7. Woo. This is an off green every time. It's annoying, but oh well. You go at it, play the wind, let the wind do the work for you. Now, you got a couple plays here. As long as you're not in the sand or the dirt, you're really in a good spot. It'll be about, if I put it right to where the first curve of the bunker is, right where my distance marker is showing right now, I'm going to be about 350 to 360 away. We can get there with that, but really I want to try to put it up a little farther than that so I don't have to worry about that extra distance. So I'm going to play it from here. I'll high tee this one. Half cut. Oh, hi, Jimmy. throw it around. We're up there. Probably a thumb shot, maybe a pullback driver. We'll see. I'm going to pull back the driver. If I was playing Titans or something, I could probably thumb it with bite. That was an almost. That was an almost. So, Jim Mosier and I were in the St. Louis event. And somehow, there was like I don't remember the beer company, but they had these gigantic flip-flops there. Mind you, we're much younger. This is maybe 10, 15 years ago. Great time. But we have to take Kinsler and Jimmy Mack want to go back to their hotel. Now, this is like 7, 8 at night, 10 at night, maybe in that range. And Jim and I, we'd been drinking all day. And Jim is driving his Jeep with the flip-flop over his head. This flip-flop that was probably life-size human flip-flop. And he's wearing this driving the car, right? So we dropped them off, and we're kind of lost, and we're driving back and get the cherries on behind us. And Jim pulls over, and cop's like, "Sir, have you been drinking today?" He's like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "How much have you had to drink?" And Jim's like, "I don't know, 15, 20 Jack and Cokes." And the cop just looks in the window like, what the hell is this kid talking about? Why would he ever tell us that? He was like, what in the world? And then he gets Jim out of the car and he does the field sobriety test. And Jim probably did okay there, but would have obviously blown over the limit. And the cop walks him back up. Jim gets back in the car and the cop tells him, "All right, dude, don't drive your car. I'm going to leave. Get somebody to drive it." I can't. I've never had anybody be that honest before. So the cop pulls away, and Jim and I just drive back to the bar and just get plowed after that. It was a good night. Tournaments can be a little wild, guys. We make bad decisions sometimes. As we've gotten older, it's gotten better, but I don't know how much. I'll try to be gentle on my buttons. All right, this is a really easy look. You'll get really side looks. You can see the tee boxes over here and over here. On those, you're kind of hitting a cut driver down a lot of the times. It can be even shorter, but you got to try to play underneath a group of trees. Luckily, we didn't see that look today. Today, it's just pretty much a straight shot. Now, I want to land this short and then kick it up if I want to make it. So I'm actually going to hit the 10.5, and so I can nuke this a little bit and not worry about it kicking too far down. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys will find. It may sound like my stories are being exaggerated, but they are true. I have stories. We could change this into Mount Storytime hours. I'd still do it, Chris. I just got, that issues. So we shot a 24. That course was set up for a 24. I think the max it can ever set up to be maybe a 27. There's a goofy C3 shot on one of the last couple holes that'll ramp up and get on. It's so rare that I can't count it. You can even drive that par 5 that I went through, so maybe even 27, 28. But that par is so rare. All right, we'll go to Bonnie now. No, wait, what's the next one after this? We'll go in order. We've got, that was Eagle. We got Bayou. Let's find a Bayou in here. Did I pass it? No. All right, there we go. We got one Bayou. Bayou's one of the courses of Golden Tee that can change the course. Can be extremely different 2 different times you play it. Yeah, you can't post the... Jeez, he's probably still got the damn thing in his house. Guys, I'm going to turn this little fan on. Yell at me if it makes the audio really bad. I don't think this one affects it, though. Headset on. My headset is just headphones. Oh, shit. shit, Richard. We didn't even think of that. Uh-oh, there's my phone. Hang on a second. Let's see what we got. I just got your text, Richard. I figured I was live. Yeah, that was the one time we ever got to play. Alright, hang on. Let's see if that got better. I bet it was my fan getting turned on. We'll give it a second. So apologies on this. We'll probably just buy a mic tonight and we'll have it for Monday. We'll figure it out after this. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wire it through the ceiling so it's pointing straight down on me. Oh, okay. So guys, Richard says he can hear everything, he knows exactly what you're saying, but he's trying to do it real slowly, switching mics around, so that you guys don't get your ears blown out by him. So please be a little patient. There we go. That's Richard, by the way. I don't have the ability to play type at the same time. I'm not that talented. Alright, you got a lot of looks at this hole, though. You can have one from the tee boxes over here, where I'm going to this right island there. Most of the time I want to try to go up here straight as far as I can, but if you look, those tree lines are pretty high. Now, we didn't really have 4-wood, 7-wood, 9-wood back then. I never even thought about just knocking it straight up this fairway. For today, though, I'm just going to put it up to the edge of the grass there with a low tee driver. This is a challenging spot to put it, though, if it's raining, right? Because when it's raining, you don't know your distance right coming out of this stuff. So here, I'm going to drop down a club, I'm just going to backspin it and go straight at it. And once you learn the distances from there, you can really choose and pick your spots here a lot easier than if you didn't know your distances, obviously. Another cool hole. A lot of options on this. You'll have a shot sometimes where you're hitting a 7-wood in at this, or a 6-wood. Today it's a little rough. I think I like you can go over the top, right? I believe that this branch on the left side that's really close to me right now with the high T5 would probably hit it. It looks like about a high T4 would be the lowest club that you can get over this with. So that's really pushing my distances. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit a low driver straight at it. I'm not going to hit it that hard. I want it to skip up. I'm probably going to hit some release on that. Another one. This hole can be drivable sometimes. You can have a pin be straight in front of us across the water. You see that green right there? And you can be teed up short and left. A C3 gets it on from there. This one we're just knocking it up. We haven't really had any extra drivable holes yet. Rain's going to come into play here. I don't like the rain on this. I'm going to go with the low T 9-wood. But I'm going to hit this with release because I need this to roll through the rain a bit. I need it to roll. You see how quick that stops? It actually will stop quicker with roll than it will with no spin, which is kind of crazy, I know. We got an extra drivable hole today. This one sets up to be 500-600 yards sometimes, but on this one we got the good look where it's just going to be a 10.5 driver right at it. And you're going to notice this ball carries on this hole for some reason. Like, your 3-wood will land 320 quite a... Oh, my God. Nice, Mark. I read that as a 2, not 5. Whoops. Ooh, that's not a fun look, is it? I like the A1 high 4-wood here. I also like a low driver A1 to kick it up. I think I'm going to go with the high T play on this, and it might even be a 3-wood. No, I'm going to hit the 4-wood A1. I'm not going to full A this because I don't want it to snap too much, but I need to have it more than 50% of the way between A and B so that I get a 2-snap sum. So I'm going to go like just to the tip of A, maybe a little bit towards the A more, like we call those flats, right? If I say full, that means I'm pulling it as far to choose club as I can, backwards. If I say flat, I'm going to pull it to the tip of the A, or the tip of the C. Makes sense. Alright, I could have hit the 5, but I hit that ball really clean for some reason. And it's funny too, because the rain hardly slows putts down. It hardly slows it down at all. You will have less rollovers in the rain, but it doesn't slow it down like it does when you're coming in with spin on the ball. Alright, 10 yards. Nah, I'm in between clubs. And this is damp, so I'm going to hit this hard. It's like the first hole after the rain ends will backspin slower. You'll see it, you'll get a trail on it, you can kind of see a little bit of mist like it's humid. Or like it's foggy. Now it should be clear now, or we're back to normal, we won't have rain again this round. Back to normal. Cool story on this hole, and I think I might have given you guys this one. It kind of made me part of the player I am and how I look at the competition aspect of this. But in one of my earlier years tournaments, it was a Frozen Open in Chicago. I was playing Harlow on this course. So it was the year it came out, so we're in 2008. And I think we're both tied, or we're tied at this point coming into this hole. It was a 1-better, right? And we're both tied at 1-betters on this. So I hit my ball here, and I go up to thumb a 3-iron. And apparently I must have, when I put my fingers on the ball, I did this, right? So when I thumbed it, it went 3 feet. Instantly, Harlow goes, "Nope, I'm giving you that stroke back." And I was like, "Well, that's my fault. Why would I get that back?" He's like, No, it happens to us all. I'm not taking that stroke." We get through 18, we're tied at 30. I go to swipe in to play sudden death, and he's like, "No, man. I gave you a stroke, you won." I was like, oh, so he lost with us tied being at 30. It was not, it felt a little awkward, but it's happened many times back and forth both ways in the past. And you're going to find that's how most competitors are in this game. That at tournaments and things, if something stupid like that, if some stupid crap like that happens, they're not going to hesitate most of the time. Some people really focused on winning say, "Hey, you play it as it lies." Because it was my fault. The game doesn't do that to you. It was me that did that to me. But people don't like to win like that. There's a lot of options here. You can go to any one of the fairways across and you're fine, right? This one, it looks like I have to try to get it to the island that's short here, and I'll have a driver in. Now, I can also, and the way I prefer to do it, is just knock this up as far as I can on this one, and you'll see why. With the other balls, might not have been so good on that. Stouts helped me out quite a bit. But the 8.5 driver stays under this tree coming in, so as long as I get it to, you can see the line, I'm about 80% of the way past to the end of this thing, and I still could have had it back another, so I could hit it halfway up that island, it'd be fine. But since I'm here, I can just backspin this. It will, with the low irons and the drivers, it will kick out of that bunker. Sometimes you'll hit the edge, on the edge, and it will die. But here, I'm probably not going to hit the bunker. I'm going to play it to the green on a fly.
We got a really good look at this. Obviously today it's just a straight shot at it. You're going to find that this hole will set up to have some of this wind, but I'm coming at it from the left side of where we're at right now. There's trees in the way, so it's a ridiculous cut shot to get it in there sometimes. I just was flipping something. Oh, God, no way. I was just flipping something up there so I didn't have this, and this is terrible. Because that's way longer than it looks. Now I get a putt, though, so I'll get a bogey. I thought I hit that soft enough with the flipped high tee. Apparently I didn't discredit the wind going away enough with stouts. Probably one of the longer par fives you can ever have. Like, you can have 330 on the second shot in, but it's almost always you're going to go up this side. Well, and back then when this course was around, I would be waiting to play. Like, I'd play a game and then go drink at the bar until we saw the top screen flash out that it paid. Because, well, you know, I was young and broke, man. Or I was too busy trying to talk to chicks and spend money there. And nobody had kickbacks back then. We were all just paying our $5 a game. Kins and I were lucky. We got our bidder down to 4. So we were living high heaven. Couple different plays here. I don't think in my life I've ever gone to this island, because you can always just go up the fairway if that island's in play. There's only one other play I ever do, and that's the island across the water. You'll know that tee box when you get it. That island lines up perfectly like a 3-wood to a driver, and you'll know it. And that island's not a bad shot coming in, but you look at this green, and it's actually kind of challenging coming in. This one, I just want to keep it out left as far as I can with this, or else I'll have trees in my way, or long. I got long and I got left. We're fine. Okay. Obviously, two things to be concerned of here. Being short and then having a rollover putt. So here, it's one of the things you want to think about when you're approaching this. I'm obviously not going to go at the pin super hard to try to make this. So I'm going to try to keep it in the middle of the green so I have a right 8 putt instead of a down 10 putt, right 4. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing tonight? I got a little greener than I wanted. That was stupid. I hit the wrong club. This hole also has been aced by myself and a few others with a putter. There's a tee box up above the green that lines you up to about 20 to 27 yards to 35 yards. And if you hit it right, you can get it to come down the hill on its own. Ooh. This is not a good look. Like this at all. So you gotta, a lot of the times you can have a 4-iron, like a 180-yard shot on this hole. This is really long today. This is as long as it gets pretty much. The low tee driver will skip. So a lot of the times I'll just murder a low tee driver, but I don't think I can even have that kind of sauce. I'm gonna murder the low tee driver a little bit directionally back at the pin, but not much. I'm going to try to hit the island short to the right of the green and have it bounce up there. Like that. Oh, I did. I did end up winning that event. Man, it's a misspent youth, Chris. So Bayou can go a lot of ways. That setup was, I missed 4 strokes there with 2 water balls. So that, or actually, I missed 6 strokes there. 5. I got a bogey instead of a par, and then I bogeyed the par 3. So I lost 5 strokes there. So that was a 28 setup. And at 23, I wouldn't have felt terrible about that in a qualifier, let's say. Match play's a different animal. because I obviously if I'm in the lead and I watered one of those that par four, somebody else is going to lay up or play a lot safer the rest of the way. So after Bayou, we go to Misty. I don't remember seeing a Misty invite. So what we'll do, oh, I did get one. There we go. Misty Trust Jesus. Oh, it's from the, oh, look at this guy. He shoots a 26 he's trying to game me. Let me teach you guys stuff, and then he'll go and take me down. Another one here. You can actually drive this green. We got a really bad tee box from the back, but an A1 from halfway up. You notice you can see the concave in this fairway going down. Yeah, you can get that ball to ramp that down slope and come right up the back slope of it. And, I mean, you'll end up in the back bunker or over the green sometimes. This one, we're just going to knock it up. Yeah, exactly. You're right. I do. How did you talk me? I don't even know how to read, Richard. Now remember, I'm playing my standard set of clubs here on all of these. For these year's courses, it's always going to be my standard. So you're going to find your standard set of clubs. You don't need anything specific on any of these yet. What I'll do is I'll tell you when you come to a course-specific club that you need. There is a club I wish I had here on this course, and I'll explain it to you on 18 when we get there. Hey, Josh, how you doing tonight? I'll explain it why on 18, but you can now with tees and balls, you can kind of avoid that, so that's why you can not need the club I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, but back then we had to pick a set of clubs that had every club we needed in it, whether it made the course harder the rest of the way or not. Fun hole here, if you put it in front, if you put it right to the left of where my marker is now, in the fairway there, you're pretty good. There's not a spot that the pin could be that you'll have a problem with from there. Don't try to get too cute with it, though, because if you end up in the rough or the sand, it ends up kind of screwing you pretty good. Now, I can't just bury a 6-wood because I think that's going to hit. Actually, that's way under that. I think we're good with the 6, actually. Yeah, so that tree's not really in play. We never had a 6-wood back then. Josh, I fixed it last stream, man. You're behind. What you sow? I played that out a bit farther because I still don't have distances perfect on the old courses with it. A lot of my distances come into play on based off a hole, so I know when I can hit on a hole. Race it for cash. How you doing? Mark, hopefully you're having a good night. Okay, there's many islands you can hit to here. I will tell you this. I always hit to this island. Now, I judge this off of where the pin is, right? But where the pin is going to determine everything. Pretty much always, I just want to leave the ball to the left edge of the fairway down on this island that I'm looking at right now. If I'm there, I have no tree issues. I don't have any hill issues. There's a gap, and you'll see what I'm talking about after I hit this. And I left it short. I got a kick. Good. So, look at the height-wise. An 8.5 driver's fine coming in. Once you start going up clubs, you got to try to feather it through the trees. Now, you can also hit the 8.5 driver and try to keep it low, right? We could try to keep it really low by hitting the 8.5, and then you can skip it off the face. Now, we all had a 1-iron in our bag back then, and that was to play quite a bit. But I don't. That's the club I'm talking about not having in my bag right now. When my train rolls in, it goes like dust in the wind. Wow, this is an easy look too. You can get teed up way right behind all these trees and have to hit A1. You've got a backstop behind the green though, so don't worry about going long hardly ever. And I can start citing everything that I'm saying. Basically, it's going to be like this. Golden tee. We got to get past the tree line. This is actually a really long look for this hole. All right, we got a shot coming in. Kid Brock, you can call me Tex. Rolling sunset, woman with the bottle of backs. Pretty simple here. You can be up on this tee box and get it down to the bottom sometimes, but it's going to be teed up way right. It's not where we're at right now. Show the sheriff and his eyes ain't white. You missed the beginning, Chris. I wasn't very pleased with my wine fridge, so I'm doing vodka and simply peach tonight. I feel good. I had some Popeyes. We're good. I know. All right, distance control's key on this one. If you hit it too far, you have a tree line to deal with, right? You see that second set of trees? It almost tastes like a peach Bellini without like the other Bellini stuff. It's just peach. So I want to get it as far right as I can towards the green, but I also can't get out of the fairway. So I'm just going to try to hit an A1 with this. Now I'm there, but I got a cut shot to hit. Oh, that's too bad, Chris. My master plan is still working, though. Keep you guys all locked down until I get you all on my stream. Get on my stream, boys. Ride my stream. You too, Brenda. Oh, look, another hole in one. Okay, this one. You can try to hit an A1 and get it way up to the right. You can get a tee box that's a pretty straight look, this one on the left of the fairway, and that's fine. Most of the time, you're going to do something similar to this. I don't care if I'm in the, that's just how you lined up dead center with a tree. But we should be able to make this work. Yeah, and this is, it says dirt, it's dirt, right? It looks like rocks, but it's dirt. Yeah, if I can keep it behind those trees, you're good. If you can keep it out from behind one of the trees, you got a straight line coming in. I had to cut out of the dirt, so I lost all my distance. But to me, it was more important to not hit the tree by hammering the ball and try to have a chip at it. So I lost a stroke there, but I got the hole in one before, so I'm still clean. Oh, okay. This is a different look. This one was a rarer look. You normally have tee boxes that you're on this tee box, but way up here where I'm going. So you had to play a 2-shot par 4. We could go around the right now, though. How do I want to do it, though? I think I wanted to do it just like that. See, I looked at that one like, is a C3 going to cut too much on it? Because I wanted to hit, when I have those kind of shots, I want to hit the club that I know is going to, I can max out the distance and be the right distance, right? Because let's say I try to hit a C3-ish shot and cut down a driver on that. Well, if I have to pull back a little bit too much, then it's going to snap on me and go forever. So that's harder to control. So there I went up to the 4-wood, and I looked at it from one turn to the left, and I said, if I hit a full C on this, and throw it all the way out to 3, is that too far cut? And it would have been. That would have cut way to the left. So I don't want to have to do that. So I went an extra turn, did a full C, and then kept it on at about 2.5. I can control how much it cuts then, and I'm still getting the distance that I need. And this hole is a huge pain in the ass. I had a really great match against. We had a thing called the Players Charity Championships back in the day, and it was once every couple of years we'd do it. This one was a big one in India. I think we had 164 people at it, but it was a double elimination 64-man main bracket. Well, I lost my first match. I'm sick as hell. I had like 103 fever. Lost my first match. Went back to the hotel because you played one match your first night. Went back to the hotel and sat in a bathtub full of ice. The fever broke in the morning. Well, I ran off. I want to say what's the numbers in a in a 64-man bracket to get to the finals in a double. To get to the I think I ran like 11. No, Richard it was nothing to do with a hangover. Everybody thought I was dying. But I ended up running off like 12 straight wins to get to the final 3. It was crazy. But I played Stroh on this course, and I messed up. The Stroh hit a really good ball, and I messed up the tee shot and left it way right on this, and knocked it up into the trees because you could hit it into the trees and let it and trickle down and canned it to beat them by 1. But you want to keep it to the left and as long as possible here. Yeah, I think it was some guy from Nashville. Oh, and I was dying, dude. I was dying, dude. I couldn't be hungover because I couldn't even get alcohol into my body. But you want to play this as far left as possible so that I can cut something in, killing distance. I want to go up to the lowest lofted club I can here. Now, back in the day, I would have probably had a 3-iron or a 2-iron. Cutting a 2-iron here so low even that you're worried about the hill. I don't mind this 6-wood. I'm going to cut it pretty good, and then I'm just going to smooth it out left. And my goal is to catch that left edge of the green and have it shoot back towards the middle. I'm not really going aggressive to make this, but we're going to try to get it close. All right, so I got it more than I wanted to. Let's see if we can save this, though. Cody! Hole would be much harder without a 7-wood or a 9-wood. This is going to be a 7 for me today because I've only got a 7 out. Pretty good look there. All right, so we're on a clean 26 now. Mind you, without tees, think about trying this shot without hitting a tee on this, right? I would be trying to hit a shot through this gap. You would learn what clubs hit trees above you and not. And on this one, I would probably be thinking that I'd have to want to hit a 1-iron in. But the shot that I could hit back then with a 1-iron and no tee, I could hit a 1-iron and hit it solid, and it would hit the rocks down at the bottom and kick up. So, but this look is not easy. Let's see what the move in the tee lines up. This is actually as bad of a look as it can be. When you're on the tee box on the right, you don't have a lot over you at the start, and the gaps are really big, but there's an overhanging tree above the water's edge, right on the right side there, so you'd be careful with that. So right now, I'm pretty sure I got a low tee like a 3-wood, and try to hit it just right to stick this. This is ugly though, Jesus. Do I go to the right gap? No, that's not big. Yeah, the 2 hybrid worked on this too. Oh, come on. We're watching that again. Oh, that's too damn close. Oh. All right, so I think we're basically telling Bernhardt to eat shit on that game. I crushed him, I think. Oh no, we tied, but I got him. I got the points. Ha ha! Eat it, Bernhardt. I needed those points. Unless that wasn't his record for points. So that was a 26 setup. I missed one, but I held that one, so we're good. But you can see how bad that shot on 18 was. That was not pretty to hit. I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. All right, so next we go to Cyprus. Cyprus is a unique course, man. Yeah, that would have been a nice hole out, but I think I got Bernhard. I think Bernhard's not going to be very pleased with me there. So we're going to Cyprus. Did we get a Cyprus invite? I'm not sure. I'm sure I did. There we go. I'm actually going to stick with stouts on this, too. These old courses, stouts are pretty fun on. Unless I saw that this could be close to drywall, but it's not. I'm just going to try to line this up. There's the 3 pullbacks, I know. I brought up something interesting with you guys the other night. If you try to line something up, especially with stouts, right? It can basically take your thumb shots out of the equation, because if I didn't line this up perfectly, you can't aim just one click is like one wind directionally. One click is it more? I'm trying to say how to say this right, but I can't aim one click directionally to fight a one wind, right? So you have to cut one winds if you want to make it. If that makes sense to you. Now, I lined mine up straight, but I just didn't thumb it straight. That was pretty close to straight. I think I was good on that, with that. I got you, Kevin. Not drivable here, so we're just going to knock it out. I don't even care if it hits the trees. Not a big deal. Oh, I bitched that. That was a bitch-ass hit. Hey, Rodney. Rodney needs something big with a bunch of beef in it, guys. And some of the best stories from tournaments have nothing to do with the tournament. They're just great. Remember, though, if my wife asks, they're just stories, guys. Uh-oh, did I put that in a bad spot, or did that bush disappear? Let's see. God, I'm good. It disappeared. Good. And typically, that's also very similar to tournaments. The bush disappears. Just instantly, you get into a tournament bar, and all the bush disappears. So you can definitely bring sand to those beaches. In that same tournament, I think I'm in the final 8, maybe 16, and I'm playing Lance Harris. And for a long time, we all basically kind of thought it was bad sportsmanship to try to hole and win during a match. Like, it's kind of like people were thumb down on you a little bit. But I almost canned that. I was like, Lance, go ahead, man. Take it. You got to try that. And he's like, okay, I will. And he canned it for like 150. But I used it. That was actually a mind job I was doing on him, because he's like, oh, I just won 150. I'm gonna relax now, and he just tanked the rest of the way on me. This one can be drivable from the box up higher. With the C3, it will catch a ramp on it. Even if the pin is where it is today, if I caught the ramp on it, I'd be more than 150 feet away. And in fact, I think the screen you can get to where you can't even make it in 2 putts. So you got to be careful when you're trying to play those goofy shots where you're getting ramps, that you don't totally screw yourself. These have got to start dropping, man. I'm right on point. Yeah, you would think that the Golden Tee community has enough money involved in it that they'd stop buying shit beer too. I always just hit a C3. You only have one spot that's a problem here. If you, 1, miss the ball and end up behind one of the islands, or 2, you get stuck right on the lip of this, On that lip there, if you're in the sand on the lip, it'll hit the lip and not get there. But every other time you're there. How the hell did I leave that short? Oh well. Oh, we need a refill. Joe Boo needs a refill. Alright, this one can be really fun. It can be a pain in the ass too. We got a decent tee box. If you're looking behind this, if you're tucked in the corner from any of the boxes there, it's really hard to get around the shot and get on the green. And the layup on this hole to get a birdie on it is actually really tough too. Now, the layup for birdie, you would hit, a lot of the times I would just hit it straight into this patch of trees and have a line out of it. Oh yeah, it's the Costco vodka. Or, now with tees, you can kind of high tee something and get over the trees to the fairway out there. We're going to go for this green though, I think, today. I'm going to go with the 4 and I'm going to hit the soft so it bends a ton. Yeah, I should hit a 5. But a button, that's all that matters. And it is the Costco vodka. This is one too. We were driving this without tees before. With tees, I think I can go straight at this today. Now, I might have cost myself having stouts, but I could technically hit a C3 here. I think I'm going long with that. I think I might even go long with this. Yeah, we're going to release it anyway, though, because I want to try to make it if I'm going to get it there. I should have hit some spin on it. Stop. All right, we're okay. Balls. This hole can be really rough. If you can, your goal is to get the tee shot up over the ridge here. They can tee you up very far back. Now, my play when the ball was teed up really far back was to go into the bunker, this one that I'm lined up with right now, right? The snake one that's flatter, and I want to leave it back of the bunker. It gave me a 5-footer or 4-wood in from there that stayed under the tree line and got over the edge. If I can though, my goal is just to knock it up here. But there are tee boxes that you can't get it up the hill, especially in the rain. Now we got tree problems here. Is that tree in front of it? It kind of is. Let's try it. We're going to try to roll this in. Alright, so that tree wasn't really in play. It was just an optical illusion. A lot of different looks on this hole. Today it's going to be, we're going to go to the right side, and this is a tricky shot. Imagine playing this with no tee. So I would probably be cutting a 4-wood with no low tee and making sure I cut it enough to get it around. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now. I could have probably gone low tee something or other at it, but the distance was just right with that, so why not keep the distance if it's right? This hole's got, I remember this course being easy, but there's a lot of tricky holes here. This hole could set up to be a bear, and you will find this about all of the old courses. They could set up to be super stupid easy. Or they can be the hardest damn things you've ever played in Gold Day. And Bayou used to do that to me quite a bit. Like, I could shoot an 18 under front one game, or I could shoot a 16 under on the whole game. I have driven this hole multiple times before. There's a high tee box up there. You see that one back here to the left? And with no tee, you can still cut a driver, and if you cut it with roll right, you could go right through a gap in the trees and it also stays under. It's not possible right now. We're going to just leave this into the gap here and be as back as far as possible and short to the left as far as possible. That way, if I don't have a club that gets over the tree, I can still play a cut around it. Now, I don't know. I don't think I can go over that. So I'm going to just actually cut this pretty good and go around the left. And I murdered it. But that's okay, it's a putt. I don't know. I was really trying to use the spin to turn it back toward the hole more, and since the rain, it wouldn't have really mattered. Hey, John Kramer, how you doing, sir? With the rain, it really wouldn't have made much difference, but you're going based off a distance there. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe. Oh, that's terrible. All right, we got a chip though. That's okay. I murdered that chip. Good. I did. I ripped that chip real hard. That's the reason I can't chip with the 5 ivory. I rip them really hard like that on those. God, this hole could be nearly impossible sometimes. Imagine being all the way back on this, right? One of these back tee boxes having the same wind dead in my face, right? You would have to try to land your driver, mind you, with no high tee or low tee, to this little spot right here in order to have a chance of getting it there by bouncing it out of the bunker on your second shot. Right now, we're up real close. This is easy as crap. We just knock it up. Even if I go in the rough there, I'm okay. I have less spin, obviously. This is a little deceiving, too, because even with the 12, I'm only a 6 with stouts. It's still a little above me. It's a really hard shot to hold out from here. Okay, but since I am probably the greatest player alive. No, I'm just kidding. We got a very friendly look on 18 here, guys. This can be really hard too, because they can suck you all the way behind the trees. You have to hit C3, A1s. There's a set of trees that you don't really see on it. We're just going to hit a bite, regular driver. We got to have, you got to have a backstop back there too. So if you ever have to hit the C3 or A1, and just make sure that you're getting it around the object enough to hit the hill where the ball's coming in at an angle flush with it. So it doesn't just shoot off of it, it rolls up it and comes right back down. I hope that makes sense. So for instance, on this one, if I had a C3 coming in, I want to make sure I hang it out enough so that I hit the hill in the back to the right of the hill and not to the middle or left, or else I'm going to shoot it way off the green. And 27's not bad on that. All right, so we're actually, if I could have put these numbers up in the ultimate cycle, I would have felt a lot better about myself. What did I do in the ultimate cycle on that? I shot a 26, but I shot a 24 on Misty. I shot better on Bayou. And Summit, I shot a 12. This year's course, I did okay on the ultimate cycle. All right, so now I got to go to Summit. Are you clipping me? Somebody clipping me? All right, we got Summit as the last one from this year. Perfect. Oh, geez, Bernhard again. Ear. This whole course could be fun because the rain and temperature comes into play. And I know you think, what the hell is he talking about temperature? You'll see. There are things that are frozen or not frozen on setups here. That was one of the biggest changes on this course. If hole 2 has a frozen pond, I can try to drive to. Hey, Bob Raffin, how are you doing, sir? You can try to drive 2 with no impunity, like there's no risk. If you nut at A1, it kicks up. If you don't, it doesn't. All right, I'm sorry, hole 3. I forget they switched these on, silly bastards. No, Bernhard's not from Ohio. Bernhard is Let Me Rock. I mean, Bernhard is Brian B. Let Me Rock is Sudiak. He's not who I'm playing here. Now, when this lake is frozen, though, I can hit an A1 from right here and drive this green. Otherwise, though, I'm going to just play it up and have like a 5-iron in. Yeah, a different temper, that would be kind of fun. I mean, at least the old courses still do it. Another one, there was a cool glitch back in the day. Rodney knows about this one. But you could hit a driver and the ball in midair would just keep climbing, and it would give you the next shot from up in a cloud. It was weird, man. Like, it would be like a bunch of feet in the air. Thousands of feet in the air. That was when Rodney first joined the Mile High Club before our first trip together. Ah, crap balls. Bad thumbs. But that's the one thing on this course too. If that first pond isn't frozen, nothing's frozen. It stays this way the rest of the round. So I'm not going to have really anything extra drivable now that could have been on this course. It would be interesting to see.
Graphically, at the time of the release of these, it didn't look this good, and the machines that are still out from those times there's still machines that have pretty much similar software to what they had when they came out this year. So they can't handle if they kept raining all the time now. Alright, we're gonna have to make Bernhard eat shit. Fun hole. There's a lot of goofy shots here, right? You could hit a driver with roll or some kind of wood with roll here, and it would kick way into the air when you were tucked way behind on the side like this. Remember, we did not have tees back then. Right now, I'm probably just gonna high tee a 4-wood and just bend it around and try to kick it up. Long putt. He's done it. Okay, now before tees, you would get a lot of setups that you couldn't stay on the fairway here. If you nutted this as far as you can, straight up in the snow, you could always get there in 2 that way. Obviously, for hole-out sakes, we want to be in fairway or rough as much as possible. So on this now with a tee, and even without a tee, I would have just gone straight this way. I want a thumb shot in. I've got one, but I need a little more. A lot more. This can be really ugly sometimes too. Luckily today it's not. But it's so far downhill, if we look at this, that these winds would play a ton. Even this 7 wind in my face right now, or 6 wind in my face, if I bite this driver and don't hit it hard, I bet I snap this off. So, oh crap. Alright, I'm just going to high tee thumb this, backspin. Just gives me, I can still stop it, it'll still land, I'll have the distance. Perfect. Worked out. Good. I like the IMS one though. Oh. So I got to give a little shout out here, right? My wife's parents, Tom and Diane, I know a lot of you guys know them here. Richard got to say hello to them tonight. But they were like, hey, we're coming down, we're going to take the RV down and stay at one of the parks around you for the weekend. And I was like, well, that's really tough because I'm not letting you in my house with all the, I'm not letting you, we social distance this shit, right? We social distance in here. And him and I were talking about Traeger's recently, the grills, and he had a good line on them. So, Well, they show up here at like 3:40. Well, I'm running around. Richard's got me coming down here to do some things to get some settings right. But they come down. They didn't bring the RV, and I find out the reason why later. But they come down. He pulls in, and I let the dogs out, and their dog's beating mine. I thought we were just taking their dog. And he opens the trunk. There's a Traeger back there, and I'm like, Tom, what the hell did you bring this for? Like, why did you bring your grill down that you just bought? And he's like, no, happy anniversary. This is for you guys. So, and then they went. He and Diane went and put it all together for me too while I was down here working with Richard. So I had a pretty good day. I had to end social distancing for a grill, though, right? Oh, let's talk about this hole. Anything over here with a line at the green that's not in the snow is okay, right? If you end up landing on the porch steps here on those little wood planks, it's unplayable. Now, most times I want to be hitting my driver straight here and getting up into the snowbank, right? But where we're teed off this far back, if we're this far back, we can't get there. Even if we could, we'd be on the upslope, and then you're hitting a driver out of that upslope, and it'll go 5 feet. So my goal here is to get in between these houses with the high teed driver. It's a shot. It's a shot. Now, the stouts make this a lot easier, though, because I've only got an 8 wind and not a 16. Let's see if I can get it. Guy's so friendly. Oh, come on. Be in the fairway. All right, good. Now it's an easy shot coming in. So big thank you to the in-laws, the mother and father-in-law. We love them. Another one. Stouts to make this. I never went left on that, John. You could hit an A1 to try to bounce 2 islands. And there was a setup or two that would have. And with that 16 wind, it actually might have been necessary. Because I don't think with no tee, you could have gotten it up there. Like with no tee, I don't think I would have. Without a tee, I don't think I had a distance to get to that gap. On the next hole though, we're gonna go over the top. I almost wish I didn't have stouts for this shot, but I should be able to just murder hillbilly this 297 driver and hit this on the green, no problem. I got the magic in me. Okay, this hole was cool too. When it was frozen, I would drive this green. You could hit a C3 or an A1 and have it bounce up that, and it would kick up the slope. Even though it's wet today, with that wind, I'm going to still put it down at the bottom. Right? That's a pretty friendly shot coming in as long as I'm not too close. And remember, I only have half the wind. Yeah, I hillbillied it. I'd rather have that shot coming in with an outwind of 17 than a crosswind of 17 when the pin could be at one of the humps. This one used to be rough too, but this is pretty simple now. There were setups here. If it was frozen, you could always hit an A1 and be fine. But if I had a big wind in my face, an A1 might not skip. You sometimes had to cut it to this island, and if you look, that thing's a big slope towards the water. It was really hard to get it to stick. Go ahead. I agree, Richard. At first I read that and thought, is somebody wants to send us a Budweiser or something? But nope, I get it. I see it now. God, stouts are going to make a hole like this a lot easier, too. I sometimes do murder boner it. I do. All right, 18 can be a bear, too. Remember, only a 6 wind with stouts. Now, yeah, I almost would rather have the 12 wind in my face here. I could then high T a 3 wood and just crank at it, or murder boner it, and have it stay. With only a 3 in my face, or with only a 6 in my face, I'd be worried about hitting this and having it not stay on the green. So I'm actually going to kick it. I'm going to hit an A1-ish. No, Titans play. The only ball that changes wind resistance is the stouts. That's it. So what I'm going to do here, though, is I'm just going to cut the 8.5. I'm going to bounce the bunker first and have it bounce up and then kick and check right and hopefully roll down and release towards the pit. Or hit green first, that's fine. Oh! Guys, I think I'm starting to make you think I'm good at this again. Or if you guys want, we can set it up. We can put a mouth stream registry on here. And we can have you pay partials. Or we do love donations too, guys. MULCO411 at Gmail or at Mark-McClovich. Chris, reload. I think, is everybody else seeing? Actually, I'm not seeing anything from Facebook again. Is there anybody on Facebook making comments right now, though? Somebody take a shot at Facebook and see if there's comments coming through. But I haven't seen... I haven't seen a Facebook comment in a while. Ah, it's not showing up there. It shows up here. Richard, this is one that you'll have to try to fix. I don't know how to fix this one. Last time I had to fix it, I had to unlink myself from Restream and then redo it. It seems to only happen, though, when you start it prior to with that other image involved. So, Facebook guys, we're not seeing your comments. I'm sorry if we were going to... Oh, no, I see Eric's comments right now. Maybe just nobody was talking on Facebook. All right, so let's go next. We got 2008 covered there. We got Grand Savannah, Woodland Farms, Black Hills, Sunnywood, and Bonnie Moore. This might be one of the best year's courses, though. Really, they might be the best. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for ruining it for everybody, slowing it down. I'm firing bullets right now, and you want to take them out of the chamber. You're handing me blanks, bro. Oh, I just picked events. Oh, we'll play an event real quick. Is Litzinger still ahead on those, Rodney? I wonder, is Litzinger still like 500 games ahead on those Savannahs? Are we still? Are his still closing out? Yeah, it seems like they are, Kevin. Thanks for doing that, guys. I appreciate it. Seems like Chris was just ruining it for everybody. There's just, if there's any distance involved, Titans are my favorite ball. Stouts have an advantage that no other ball's ever had, Kirk. This cutting the wind in half makes, if you know your courses, I know what I'm risking by losing the distance from them, but I gain so much by not having to play winds. It's not... And really, honestly, I've been playing them a lot, kind of, hopefully IT watches the streams to show how big of an impact that they have on the game. How big of an impact that they have, and that they're really probably not the best piece of equipment to have out there. still love Titans, Kurt. For me, it's Castleshire Streaks. Depending on the mood I am, old courses are going to be Stouts. But if I think there's a distance issue hole, it's Titans. And I'll play Titans on this year's. I think they should be gone completely. I don't think a nerf is the right thing. I really think that a nerf isn't even enough. Because, like... Stuff like a par 3 contest, it's extremely unfair using the it's really not fair using Stouts even. Come on. This accidental events mode, I'm actually dialed in right now. We need a hole out though. The VA had to cancel my appointment, Kevin. Iowa can't do any non-emergency services, so elective surgeries and elective appointments got canceled. So we'll see. I'm fine right now. I'm popping prednisones. I feel really good right now. I feel like an 18-year-old boy again. Yeah, we got to burn this one out. I want to get through these. I want to get through these courses. All right, this is a good one to look at though from the first year's courses. This is Cumberland. It's a goofy shot, right? For the most part, I gotta say, Kevin, I've gotten pretty lucky. The VA in Chicago, Iowa, and Minnesota have all been pretty solid to me. So I gotta like where it goes enough that I've canceled all private insurance, so I don't deal with it. It's worth the money to me. There hasn't been any wait. I don't wait at all. I get appointments within a week if I need them. So that's the biggest problem from the VA. Sometimes you get some shit doctors, but that's pretty much everywhere too. Now, if we look at this hole though, when you look at this hole, you're not, when the tee box is bent around this trees and green like this, you can't go to the green on a fly. If I do, it's so hard. I'd be hitting a high tee something with a cut in, and I have very little chance of sticking it. So the play here is I use the 9.5 driver, I put a half cut on it with backspin, and I throw it out. My goal is to hit shorter, a lot shorter than that, and hit the upslope. It kicks right up and goes at it. All right, so now we're off par. We can go back to doing what we want to do, even though that could have been a big game. It looks like everything's back running again, Richard. Invites, not that. Invites. All right, so we're going on to Grand Savannah first. I don't think I did get a Grand Savannah invite, to be honest with you. That's okay. I can play one game on... I did get one. Almouth. Almouth! I might not have lost any of these invites so far. I'm going to go with Stouts again here. Distance shouldn't be an issue, and it might really help me out on 17. I didn't see the post, Richard. It didn't show. Oh, you deleted it. Just so you guys do realize, anything that comes out of the Mouth 411 right now, that's all Richard King. You guys give him a big thanks. He's always putting in a ton of effort for you guys. Like I keep telling people, I'm just the talent. I'm just the talent right now. Oh, he's got cheat codes. Good. Your only code you got is you got to see what I did. I dare you to try to mimic me. It's the greatest form of flattery and failure for you. I'm of the firm belief that if it wasn't for Peggott and it wasn't for Richard, I don't think Golden Tee is still viable to be playing right now. There was a point in time where we were really close to the part of it was going to die. Kevin, not yet. Illinois is still shut down. We're looking at, I think, May 15th, they might be able to get back into the office. But it might be June now. Taylor, Tink! How you doing, Tink? I know you're jonesing, aren't you, Kevin? I'm going to try to remember that. We'll see. We'll get there in a minute. This one, I just put it up to the tip of the fairway as close as I can. I should have a shot in with a bite spin driver. I could see that hole giving a problem with... oh, my God. Look at his putt. I don't know. Is it June 4th, Al? I didn't know if they finally did extend it completely. Oh, my. How did I leave that short? Well, you giveth and taketh away. Oh, no kidding. Well, I'm wearing the Bears hat tonight. I grew up in Frankfurt. At Tinley area. I used to bartend at a place on State Street called the South Loop Club. How are you going to say we're 3-13, Chris? That's kind of nonsense, dude. Yeah, we're going to be that bad if our coaching staff does it. And I'm sorry, I'm not a Mitch hater either. Yeah, I'm a diehard Bear here. I can't believe nobody commented on my shirt. I thought this was clever as shit. Al's like, books hard. Books hard. No, why would we check for Lawrence, dude? There is, honestly... That's good. That's good. Your wife's got good taste then, I hope. I whiffed that ball. I'm not in a good spot with this. I wanted that to skip up, but it didn't. Shit! I don't know. I don't think we can give a fair assessment. He was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago, guys. I don't know how the hell people are so against the guy that went to the Pro Bowl 2 years ago. I'm telling you what happened last year was coaching, offensive line, sophomore-ish type slump, you could call it, and losing our running back. Not having Jordan Howard destroyed that team. Well, we'll see what happens with it. Yeah, Foles will probably be the starter. I hope Mitch beats him out, though. I hope it helps him. I honestly thought that Jordan Howard was the most important person on the Bears, and to trade him away like we did was asinine. A very bad decision. No, he wasn't. That guy is not good. The guy from Iowa State is not good. I'm sorry, he's not a good NFL player. He is not capable to be an NFL running back. That was a terrible draft choice. Another Pace genius play. The tight end thing, though, they had those other couple guys at the end of the year that turned it on, but it was all game plan, dude. I'm sorry. There was some of the poor. You took a guy that could run his ass off. Yeah, but that's the thing. They took every chance of using him away. Or we're up by the first Packers game. We lose because they decided to not run the ball once at the end of the game. Like, you ran 6 times when we were within 7 points the whole game against you? The hell is that? That's just terrible coaching. Everybody's panned these guys like... Nagy's gotten off scot-free on he's made some of the poorest coaching decisions. We lost that playoff game to Philly, not because of our kicker. Yeah, he missed a kick at the end. He should have had a 25-yard kick instead of a 50-yard kick. Cohen's terrible too, dude. He could be Tyreek Hill, and they didn't use him like that. This setup sucks, guys. Jesus, this is terrible. Nagy's been a terrible coach. I'm telling you right now. It's Nagy's. He's had his moments, glimpses of greatness, but we hired him because he's this offensive guru, and our offense looks like worse than it did with Trestman or with John Fox. I really wanted Nagy gone before I wanted to see Trubisky. Trubisky's got talent, guys. If you say he doesn't, then you don't know NFL. You put a guy in his shoes where he hadn't gotten to start much, still learning the ropes, a complex offense, and then you take away all confidence in him because of the way your coaching staff handles him. Sorry, you're setting yourself up for failure. That's not coaching. Okay, I'm impressed with myself right now. I love me. I'm the most humblest. My apple crumble is the crumblest. I know, Kevin. He was terrible. Yeah, it was all Nagy. I don't care what anybody says. Chuck and I would talk quite a bit during games. It was Nagy. Nagy was our problem. How do you leave that short like a punk ass? Nice. This is like a double bogey. Now watch. Ooh, saved it. All right, enough about Bears. You guys are making me worked up. Chicago's a Bears town. As much as any Cubs fan will tell you, it's a Bears town. And up until recently, I think it was Bears Bulls town. Then Cubs, and anybody that says Hawks, dude, you couldn't even used to watch the Hawks forever in Chicago. Then they got good for a couple years, but Blackhawks hockey was not important. Thanks, Gavin. Thanks for getting us back on track, Gavin. I love the bear down. That is a standard greeting that I give. I see anybody in a store out here. Well, I mean, anybody would have to say you choose rattlesnake. Other than rattlesnake, I'd probably choose Dodge. Rattlesnake, though, Dodge, I'll shoot a 29 at worst. Rattlesnake, I'll shoot a 24, but I could shoot a 34 just as easily. Where are we at? We go to Woodland Farm now. Do I see a Woodland? Ah, there it is. No, it's not, Al. There's like 6 Iowa fans. There's 6 Vikings fans here. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Actually, let's just go back through your repertoire. Al's got a whole bunch of them. I can't even put that in the league of his dumbest comments. Next thing you're going to say it's a Twins town, too. What the hell is up with this bag? What the hell is this? Okay, that's crazy as hell. Why did it override Woodland and put my home edition, my par 4 bag in there? No, Al, it's not. I live here. It is not Vikings country. There is very few Vikings fans here, other than my wife. All right, so we're doing this without a 9-wood, a 9. Whoa, this is bad. I don't have any mid irons, or I'm in trouble here. Possibly this could be bad, but we'll try to work through it. It is not, dude. It's not. Iowa would be more of a Kansas City town than it would be a Vikings town, to be honest with you. But that's because Kansas City's doing well. That all changed, though, a bit, John. It actually did. And really, it wasn't. It was not mostly that. So, no, honestly, I don't have any blackout issues. We can watch the Twins. I can watch the White Sox now. The biggest problem with watching the White Sox was that was all WGN was our problem. No, Michael, it's fine. I'm going to play it. I shouldn't really have much issues with this. I can cut down these irons back into these greens if I need to. Having a 9-wood wouldn't have mattered here. So that was cool, right? That hole would set up to be 500 for the hole and win, right? But this is the hole and win. The hole and wins on par 4s on commercial edition max out at 500 is the top they can go to, right? So we're playing. It's all of us Minnesota guys playing at a bar called Majors, and we got a 4-player game going on one machine on the right, and it's Black Hills, and I'll show you the hole on Black Hills when we get to it. But that was set up for 500. And I canned it for 500, right? Well, we moved to the other machine after that, and then I canned that hole for 500 too. All right, we're going to just high tee the 6 here. This should be very good. Michael, there was a hole you were saying that you were worried about on this one that you want to see me play. You said 14? Was that the one through the trees? I don't remember. $13. Is that the one through the trees, or I don't remember what it is? It's Bears or Packers. And Kansas City, too, Eric. Because they're playing well. Alright, so I got a couple different shots I hit there. I got a varied amount of drivers, too. I don't have the 1-iron like I had when I played it back in the day for that. But I'll show you a couple cool ones here. I played that one a little different than most, and everybody, after I hit it during the ultimate cycle, everybody's like, oh, that's how I play it. And I'm like, no, you didn't. That's not how you played it. You're lying through. I came up with that shot while you guys were still on the Golden Tee tit. Where am I at on this tree? No. Ah, that was greedy. Oh yeah, we'll have to run it back since that happened. That was all clubs, right? I got cute. I tried to make something I shouldn't have. Look how they shine. All right, this is a good look. We don't have much problems here. No, that hit it. I hit it. I clearly hit that. I'm just kidding, Michael. No, that was me. That was a bad skill shot. All right, guys. The invites for me on these have nothing to do with the money. I really just need you guys to have some content to look at, and I think this will be pretty good right now with what we're doing now. All right, so I'm not even going to try to make this green. I'm going to try to put it in the bunker. I might get a bounce that kicks it onto the green, but bunker here, chip in. Are you kidding me? Wow, how did that turn that much? Drinking on cheap bottles of wine. All right, I'm not going through the gap on this one, I don't think. I'm going around with a high T. No, we can go through it. That was just the 8.5 driver is the right height. You just have to play it soft with the cut to keep it down. I thought we were going to get the look where it was like 260 right into the trees, where I could just knock a driver right into the branches. Oh, shit. Ooh, I got lucky. Actually, simply peach this evening. I do have watermelon upstairs. Feeling good. So up and get back to the dirt. Again. No, I haven't switched. I'm still playing stouts. None of these courses really have any distance problems. What, are you playing the 8.5 driver, Michael? And the other thing to look at with the stouts, even if distance is a problem, the hard holes on this course are hard because of wind. This hole gets really hard with big crosswinds, right? With the 7 wind, this hole ain't that bad. I missed it, but no. Be on the grass, be in the fairway. Okay, good. I'm sorry, Bears and Packers talk was always great. It's just nobody's ever really... The Vikings have never mattered to us. That's the point. Gotcha. So you probably hit a branch, right? Because I don't think you could hit that driver even 80. It would have been as long as mine was. You had to do a little bit of a cut on it. All right, so we just played Woodland. We got Black Hills now. Let's make sure it's not screwing up my bag. We got Ryan Sparks and I right now. I just got to wonder why Woodland did it. Let me log in and see. Woodland should be on my normal set of clubs. Oh my God. Mosier sent me a picture of the flip-flop, guys. All right, so here. That's the flip-flop he wore on his head when we got pulled over drunk. So just know that, yeah, we're stupid. We're dumb as rocks, guys. Well, I mean, even the softest thumb's still in the 70s. Yeah, I changed that bag. No. I didn't change my Woodland bag, though. My Woodland bag, I had nothing attached to the bag that I changed, I don't believe. Let me look. Because if that's the case, this one's different, too, isn't it? Nope. Let's go to customize my bag and see it. It would mean that Woodland's not assigned to a bag is the problem. Woodland is unassigned to is unassigned. That's why. All right, now it isn't. Now it's assigned to my normal bag. Oh no, it's not. I can't hit save bag because my phone's cracked. No, it came unassigned. I didn't take a. It was always that bag. It was always on my standard. Crush it. This should be interesting. Par is 28. It could be 27, or it could even be 26. But I can also shoot like a 12. So a backstory. So we used to do blind draw doubles. We used to do blind draw doubles at tournaments, right? Where you just take two names out of a hat and they were doubles partners. Well, in 2008, we had an Iowa tournament right after the floods, so we were here to help people and we raised some money for the floods. Well, Kinsler and I got paired as doubles partners, right? And as doubles partners go for blind draw, we should be unbeatable pretty much, really, because it's ridiculous. Like, that's not a fair pairing. Well, we played two local guys that got paired that I think were both under 20 handicaps. Oh, thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Sorry, I wasn't here to take your money, but I will take your money. I need it. Now, but Kinsler and I are paired up on this course, right? And so... And him and I are both uber competitive with each other. And it starts off like this. We get to this hole. And I think I try to drive it first, right? And it was this back box where we're tucked behind it. Well, I clipped a branch and went backwards and went OB. Kins is like, I got this, don't worry. He does the same damn thing. I do it again. We continually do that on holes moving through the course. On the front nine, we were down by 10 strokes after 9 holes to the two local guys. We ended up winning by 12. But we were like 2 under to 12 under on it. We're going to try to get this. Not a chance. I didn't cut that enough at all. I threw it out way too far right, but hopefully the chip is good. All right, so birdie's probably the round to score to get on that hole. I will say the vodka peach is sitting very smooth. I got a nice little buzz now, so we're happy with it. We're in a good position. Now remember, this looks like I'm really short, but my distance with this club's 203. And I can hit past 203 very easily. The rain doesn't do anything with the distance on the marker. It doesn't slow down your natural distance at all. It slows down your spin. That's it. All right, we got to make up for that birdie. Do I go for this? No, simply peach juice, yes. I want to go for this, but I don't like it. Screw it. I'm back enough that I'm okay. Oh, that plugged. I thought that rolled through. Oh, no, I'm not a 2-liquor guy. Oh, I'll have to try the limeade. I might stay away from limeades for a little bit after that other Califio one I had that tasted like I was eating a ginger root. This hole's deceiving how much this ball carries. I love chipping in the rain. Oh, you did? But oh, you're a Minnesota guy, Michael? So we've met then, I'm assuming, right? I really messed up my T-spot here. This is not where you want to be. Yeah, once the rain stops, the hole after the rain stops, it's got some dampness, and then it's perfectly normal after that. And it's typically 3 holes. Alright, we're going to try this again. Oh, I got you, Michael. Ah, now I remember. I got you, bud. No, bad idea. That's going to be a loser. I tried to go through the little gap. I think I may have needed to low tee that. Oh, food at Panino's was good up until whenever. Are you still working for Panino's, Mike? Oh, that chicken Alfredo Panino was solid. There was a couple of them. There was that southwestern one that was tits too. They were all good. Too bad Josh was a cocksmoker. Alright, so this is the hole I caught for 500. Oh god, that is an ugly look. Alright, so it's going to be really hard to point this out. Richard, are you still here? Oh, we are. Good, I got it. Is Richard still here? I wonder if he passed out. Let's see if I can pull this up. I'm going to mess up the audio if I do this, I'm almost positive. Ah, crap. Yeah, I can't do it. He's got a ghost monitor in here that I can't see. I got the telestrator ready and I drew some stuff on it for this hole to show you guys a couple things, but I can't get at it right now. So we'll wait till Richard comes back and we'll work on that and see if I can put something out for the rest of this. Alright, so the basic premise here is, though, the pillar to the slight right of me right there is high, and you hit it with everything. The pillar to the far left on that island is high, and you hit it with everything. The thing in the middle is low. You do not hit it. You can get through all that with any club, any height. So if you look, see, it's just a little spot you can go through it. So we're going to move this here. God, do I want to high tee? This is just tough because I can't. I'm going to high tee this. I'm going to backspin it, and I'm going to try to cut it and stay right on the inside edge of the left rock just to see if I can get it there. This distance-wise, it should be good, though. I should have not high teed that one though. I mean, either way, that was a tough one. It's tough to aim at the pin though on that. It's basically the premise. We're just trying to put it into a spot that stays safe and gives me a putt. No, we can't say "damn it, Richard." That's never the right thing. Well, hello, Lucy. Are you here to see the stream? Oh, you say hi to the peoples? You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody, Lucy. Hey, Dennis. Hey, bud. What's that? What is that? Look up. See, there's everybody. Say hi. Hi, guys. All right, here. Let's get you down. You want to go on the couch? You're gonna growl at me. I know. I got you. Here. Sit down. All right, couple ways to play this. It takes a huge nuke to get this ball out to the far strip, right? I can play it up into these trees. The front right one, as long as I'm deeper than that and close enough to the top of the hill, I'm clear to go under it with the 8.5. Today, with the wind, I'm actually just going to land it down at the bottom here on this strip. It's flat and it doesn't kick you off down here. One shot. How you doing, sir? So now we're on this. We got a shot coming in. We're from the rough. It's not going to spin very much, but it'll still stop. So we got, that was actually a very friendly and generous look for us. All right, so we're good. This hole used to be really hard. We got high tees all over the place. This is a cakewalk now. There's pretty much never a shot you can't go over the top now. In fact, I don't think there is a shot you can't go over the top on. This hole's a pain in the ass. It's a question on learning how to get the bounce. Now, I haven't played the course a lot as I used to, so I don't remember the exact cut I want to hit here. I'll take that. That's fine. Left one, right one. Straight putt, money. Get it up as far as we can here. In fact, oh, it could be set up almost impossible, to be honest with you. Wow, that carried forever. I thought that was going to be a little shorter than that. But this is the kind of stuff where stouts come into play very well. It's only a 6 wind, not a 12. I pushed it. Shit. That should have been an ace. I had that line beautifully. Well, hi. Lucy left me. She doesn't love me anymore. Her family's here, so she's not in Mouthland right now. Perfect. Guys, that was actually a really friendly setup for this course. What was 8 that I parred? How did I par 8? I don't remember the whole... well, 2 wasn't there. I got a birdie on it when I could have eagled it. Yeah, T's made that course. It made it a ton easier. It's still a really hard horse, though. It's a really... Wow. I haven't had a really hard horse in a long time, not since I was stationed on the border of Mexico. But, really hard course. Ricky Bobby, how you doing? I don't remember. All right, so Black Hills, then it's Sunnywood, right? If I'm remembering correctly. It is. And I guess we'll play Leppy Rock. You have snow today? That's awesome, Gordy. Oh, we got my boy Mike Calabrese. He's got the record on the course. All right. I'll stick with stouts. I think I'm going to regret it, though. Actually, it might make 18 super easy. It could make... I don't know. It really won't matter. Let's thumb this with roll and make it. I'm just trying to bait you into gambling with me again. I'm just getting really disappointed that people with these lower handicaps keep beating me outright in these handicap tournaments. No, and I'm playing really well, and I'm not drunk, so. All right, on this one, I personally like to cut the driver, hit it hard enough to skip the sand first. There's another shot through here. I think I could hit it now, but no, we're going to play a cut driver, backspin. Oh. So, this hole set up for 500, and me, Pentecost, and another guy, Todd Special, we hit it like 8 times for 500 in a day. It was awesome. There was the way hole-in-wins used to be done was a little different. It didn't clear it off the game until the hole that you were on finished, right? So now it's instant. If you hit a hole and win, it dials back and it tells them. So if you hit the hole and win and you didn't finish the hole and just turned the machine off, it never told IT for like hours later. So we could log in on another machine and hit it again and again and again. Plus, you could pull it up always by playing 9-hole tournaments because you'd always get the par 4 on the front 9. So we could make sure we got it every time or have it 1 in 2 chances. It was pretty wrong. I knew I wanted to do something. I should have changed my bag to the bag that I use on teal. It's the only, this course is, I want to have a 5 hybrid sometimes, because it changes one of the back 9 par 4s. And I'll explain to you guys why when we get to it. It's a height thing. It's a height thing. Nothing really tricky yet. We'll get some holes coming up that are a little bit more difficult. Oh, I even hit a branch there. Whoops. Whoa, almost blew it. Soldier. After this, we got Bonnie, dude. So, I play this hole a little different than most. I don't low tee this very often, right? I play a little cut and then throw it way out. I want to hit the rough or the green short on that side and have it snap back. I found that to be way easier to manage than to try to low tee a shot. Well, and actually, did we even have low tees for this? No, we didn't. Doing the short cuts, the small cuts, are easier with the 10.5 with Titans than I think they are with Stouts, because it's hard to get the cuts, the undercuts right. The 10.5 snaps pretty good on little bits of cuts, so when you have less wind to fight, it's harder to get the cut right. That hole can be drivable. All right, let's make this. Wow, that carried a lot farther than I thought it would. Oh, please don't say you love me, because I might not say it back. All right, this isn't the best look, but without tees, this hole was really hard. I'm going to high tee the 10.5 and just put it over the top. The rain's really useful here, because even if I hit the hill, it's not going to scoot over the edge. So we're good with that. So the basic thing there, all I had to do was get it over the hill. I wasn't going long. I wasn't going to, as long as I got it over the hill, I was going to be on that green. This might get there. I don't think it will, though, in the rain. I think I'm going to plug. Oh, wow. I thought it was going to plug right there when I hit. 10.5 I might have even hit now after seeing that. Do you like the little grunt? No, not tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm loving this. All right, so this is the whole why I would like to have the 5 hybrid. So if I knock this up there right now, there's a huge gap in the tree line over here. It ends up putting me about 150 yards away, and I go from a 5 iron to a 7 wood. So I don't have a club. The 5 iron hits the underneath of the trees. So I'm kind of screwed if I do that. Na. So I do this. People look at me like I'm crazy when I hit this shot. What? And now I chip. Oh. So it gives me a line at it. As long as I get a clear line at it, I can chip. You can hit distances. That shot's more of a feel shot for me. I can't give you exacts on how far I pull it back because it's not really the pullback that's affecting distance on that shot. It's more of a feel shot and how hard you're hitting it forward. So it's something for that kind of shot. You got to play with it and learn your distances and your speeds because you can pull it back the same distance as I do and then hit it twice as hard, and it goes like you hit a full shot. What is the club here? I'm trying to think. This? So, that's goofy, but I played a high forward into the trees. I needed it to hit 2 trees, and I got it to hit 2 trees, so that's good. Alright, this hole is going to be useful to have the stouts, to be honest with you. Whew. Alright, actually, this is actually a really good look for this. I'm not getting it on, though. We're going to just go straight at it from here. If that doesn't hit that tree, I'm in the bunker, and I have a pretty good chip at it. All right, we're going to hit this, and we're not going to play to make this. I'm just going to put this on the green so I have a putt. No! No! You greedy bastard! Did I greedy it up again? I'm not making this, am I? Yeah, this one didn't have tees. Alright, so we got Bonnie Moore. That'll be it for tonight. Hopefully, you're getting to see, I'm happy that I'm hitting the shots that I want to hit right now. I'm sticking. I mean, off of my ultimate cycle, I think I picked up 10 strokes on this cycle. If I shoot 26 or better on Bonnie. All right, we're playing well. Let's play the expensive one then. Let's go for it. We're gonna get our money on this, and we'll stick with stouts. We'll see what we got. I don't really think I can. Yeah, I could get screwed on 2, but everybody could because. The A1 shot where I'm trying to skip over the bunker, the gap on 2, it's not going to work in the rain. I'm a mescador. Yeah, we kind of were. All right, don't need stouts aren't going to hurt me here. Oh, except I lay off of it. You see, that putt didn't slow down at all. That got the same speed. So I don't know. Like, the putting doesn't get affected by the dampness. It's weird. It doesn't make sense to me, but it doesn't. Okay, so this got a chance of going in. Do I snap thumb this with backspin or do I flip it with bite? I can't. If I backspin this, I could be short. Oh, is that your guess on the score on this? Gotta just get it across, right? I'm not worried about getting it across and trickling down into the bunker, so we're fine because it's not going to in the rain. Perfect, but she's cries. All right, we'll try to get there. Now, I wouldn't roll this in a dry shot. I'd be wet if I rolled this. Oh. Like, that would have just rocketed right through the green. See how fast that thing stopped? I always found rain to be great for points, bad for holdouts. Oh, it's damp now. See, it rolled a little farther. I didn't pay attention. I should have known better. All right, this is a hole that could eat me up, but it could eat anybody up with this. You have to get a good C3 here, and I'm going to hit the high tee. God, I don't think that's going to be enough. This is tough. Yeah, all right, we got it out. We got a birdie. Actually, we're going to get an eagle. No, bad line, Mark. Bad all around. That was just a bad play. Yeah. Okay, well, this is going to kill the 28. I'm trying to remember this shot. I don't think that was it. Well, it might have been it. I just don't think it was going to work today. But it's a good birdie. That's heavy rough, too, now. This wasn't heavy rough before, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, the setup's gotten a little rough, but we can catch up. Yeah, well, I don't know with the wind pushing left to right if that was ever going to work. I thought you needed help from the wind. In fact, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you needed to have an outwind or a right to left wind. I don't think it ever would turn enough off the hill. But it was a good effort. We gave it a shot. Cause she is pretty and kind. I think it was all sorts of different clubs that you could hit there, because that got over the hill. So I think that I was okay if the wind would have lined up right. Okay, 5 in my face. We're out of the rough. That's too much. I'm going to hit this hard and backspin it. Seven wind. A few of them. Bayou has a couple with 2 greens. There's a couple on this course. Okay, so now, real quick, you're seeing I'm playing a club that you probably wouldn't have even thought to hit this. This is only a 7 win, mind you, too. But I want to be able to cut this in dramatically so that I fight the right 12. If I played the 7 wood and tried to do it, I'd have to turn right once it hit a C3. I don't like that. I'm going to play a low tee on this with a half cut. It's going to check up the hill. It's going to leave me a shorter putt. That's all I'm really looking for there. Yeah, if I hit a better shot, I might have been able to make it. A 5 wood probably would have been my shot of choice, honestly, if I think about it. God, you could just thumb every hole with stouts. I probably would have thumbed that one with Titans too, but I had no risk whatsoever. Hey, there's Richard. Hi, Richard. All right, let's see. Let's see if Richard can do this right now. Richard, are you here? So, you basically on this... yeah, he's on the other screen. I can't. I gotta have him not. I gotta learn how to use this and pull it in myself. I know how to, but last time I pulled it in from the telestrator, it killed all the audio. And with Richard, if Richard wasn't here, so I had to kill the stream and restart it to get the audio back. And I know you just have to add audio to a channel. I just didn't know how to do it at that time. I think I kind of do now. I think I could get it back up and running, but I was also kind of drunk then. Same reason here that I'm hitting the 7 wood and not the 9. Cuts are easier with the 7 low than with the 9. Wow, I might even catch that. 27, okay. Let's go for the 28. We're going to try to make it. We've only got a 6 outwind, but this is still going to bounce forward pretty hard. Wow, dude. That wasn't a rollover. I missed that putt. I missed it on the edge. All right, so we went through 08 and 09. Give me 1 second. I want to see if anybody's upstairs doing anything with the fam. Most likely, we'll actually, you know what? We've been going 2.5. Yeah, you know what? Let's get back to drinking and going to doing family stuff tonight, guys. Let me cut. I'm gonna pretty much end this out now. We'll go back on Monday. I'll probably log in at 12:01 in the morning on Monday. Knock out a few events games for us. It's a longer setup this week. You got to have a little bit more work to do on it, and it's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna shoot probably your best scores ever on it. So. Yeah, I could have had a much better one, guys. So then we'll see you guys again at probably 7:30 on Monday. I'll try to do it at 7, but it actually works out so much better for me and the wife at 7:30, and we'll go from there. I will guarantee you guys on Monday I will know and use the telestrator for you, so that will be back in action. Maybe not Monday at midnight, but Monday on the night, the later in the day one. So thanks for checking in. Word of mouth. Courses of 08, 09. We played them all with stouts, but you can see that you can pretty much do it with any ball. There were some shots that were a lot easier to not have to fight as big a wins on. But have a great night, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Let's kick this thing out of here. I don't know if Richard's here doing something, but I can't pull that screen up because it's on the other one. But we'll turn this off from here. I think it kills it. You guys are still here, aren't you? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. You can still see shit. Well, we'll just close the window.